Hello and welcome to the Nonsense Chronicles. As always, I'm Doug Sastry, and as always, I'm also joined by
Rob Mendiola.
Rob, and today we are joined by Kathy Boland.
Yes.
All right.
Now, welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
Where are we at today, Doug?
We're
not in our studio.
No, we're at the 307 complex in Montgomery, Texas.
Complex or compound?
Compound.
See, now I have to edit that out.
I know. I got to dry. I really need some water right now, but I'll have to wait.
Okay.
Oh, you know, I didn't take a Claritin today. Way to go, Doug.
Way to go, Doug.
Yeah. But
well, welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Now, do you play locally normally?
Normally, yes, but I'm actually trying to go out here in the Conroe area, Montgomery. I think there's a better opportunity. There's a lot more people who enjoy live music out here.
Yes. Well, you definitely your crowd you're going to cater to. You do real well over here.
Yes, exactly.
Well, you're in the genre of country music.
Yes, I am in country. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now, where are you based out of?
Brenham.
Okay.
So good old Bluebell. If you ever had ice cream there.
Oh,
so
yeah.
everybody's always like, I've taken tours there. I'm like, well, that was my elementary school field trip 5 times. So
Now Brenham is changing like
oh my gosh,
right?
it's growing so fast.
Yeah, it's growing fast.
So fast. We
Y'all
just got an academy.
I know.
We're getting
yeah.
a Chick-fil-A too. I'm
Isn't
so
that
excited.
Crazy?
Yeah.
When we used to go there when we first moved out to our country in Waller, there was nothing out there.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And now it's just changed so much.
Yeah. Oh, so you're out in Waller.
We're out in Waller.
Arch rival.
We're right by Buc-ee's.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
I stop at Buc-ee's every time I go by there.
We have a property like this one out,
Oh,
out there.
nice.
So
Nice.
that's where we hold our podcast shows out.
Yeah, they have 7 acres and a mule and a horse.
We have
Oh
10
my
acres.
gosh.
Yeah.
The mule has, our mini donkey has 8 acres and we have 2.
Yeah.
So there's something wrong with that.
That's pretty much how it works out.
Yeah.
Now, how'd you come across these peoples?
So, Jim and Jennifer are friends with Buddy and Tammy is my cousin. So they've always been big supporters of my music. And the second that they became friends with them, they said, "Man, you gotta come and listen to these guys. They're so good. You're gonna love them. They're gonna give you great opportunities." And they are the freaking sweetest people in the world.
Yeah.
Like, I swear, I love them. And they have done nothing but help me my entire career since I've met them. So.
Cool.
I met him at a AT&T store.
Oh, wow.
And we knew so many people. When they said they were from Wyoming, and then they started, I was like, "Oh, country music, okay."
Yeah.
And then, but no, they knew the promoters I knew, and I was like, "Oh, wait, we have all the same friends."
Yes, it's a small world whenever it comes to music, and you don't realize how small it is until you start talking. And everybody has mutual friends, so
yeah.
And we.
That's why I say always be nice to everybody.
Yes, and you don't know who you're talking to.
Right.
That's right, because someday that circles back all the time.
It does.
Exactly.
Totally.
Yeah, they're really good at promoting everybody they come across, and
Yes.
that doesn't surprise me. I love what they do with their kids,
Yeah.
and I'm sure we'll have Jim or Jen or both in here today. And,
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Well, and they don't only look at like the type of music that they specifically like. They adhere to like talent, you know.
Yeah, music's
and
music.
Yes.
And talented people are talented people, and
Yes.
artists, and that kind of community just kind of all works together.
Yeah, exactly.
And it fits with everyone. So
Exactly.
It's a good policy.
Yeah, I mean, I joke. I make country jokes, but I like country music.
Yes.
I like the old stuff.
Yes.
And I like some of the new stuff, Chris Stapleton and all that, and our friend Rick Monroe. I like what he does. But like somebody said, but there's a difference, like if I go to a rock concert, I can stay for the whole concert. But
100%.
for the country, for me, but there's a billion people out there that like country.
Yes.
I was telling, I went up to Nashville recently to talk to a rock producer and a couple artists. And it's funny, my brother asked me, he goes, "Wait, they have rock music in Nashville now?" I'm like, man, everybody's in Nashville now.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
a lot of country music even today is very rock influenced now.
Well, it is, and that's the thing I made a big deal about whenever I make my set list is that I want to play music that involves everybody. It's a song that everybody knows, no matter what genre of music you listen to.
It's gonna give you the feels.
And it's not going to make you fall asleep either.
Yeah,
that's a big deal.
You're gonna feel it.
Now, have you been writing any of your own music?
Yes, actually, I have a song out right now that's called "You Got Me." I wrote that, I recorded it about oh gosh, it's been a year.
Wow.
But I've got so many songs written since then.
Cool.
And yeah, I'm trying to get back in the studio and get some
Nice.
recorded.
Now,
Yeah.
do you have them out on any platform?
Yes,
or-
it's literally everywhere. As
Good.
long as you
Cool.
spell my name right. So
And tell
It
us about your social media. Are you on Instagram and
Yeah.
Facebook and
yeah, so I am on Facebook. I've never been good at Instagram, so if
Mm-hmm.
anybody wants to give me a follow, I would appreciate it. But I'm
What-
mainly on Facebook and TikTok.
So what's your handle on Instagram?
Most of them should be Bolin Music.
Bowling music.
Yes.
Okay.
that's
Yes.
BOWLEN?
BOLIN.
Yeah.
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 Oh, look,
I've
he's got
actually
it.
I've actually seen you before I
Oh.
met you. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like quite a while ago.
yeah.
Yeah. I've
That's
seen you out.
awesome.
Mhm.
He's a stalker. He meant he was watching out the window. No, I'm just-
No. No, I dabble in music myself, so
yeah, he's a guitarist.
That is awesome. That is awesome. I love hearing that though, like knowing
Yeah.
that. I just made a post yesterday saying like, listen, I'm not shy, so come and chat with
Yeah.
me if you see
And-
me.
yeah.
I love meeting new people, and especially
Yeah.
people that know me before I know them. I want to know you too. So
yeah, I think that's good too.
Yeah.
To be available like to people.
yeah,
Yeah, that's great.
yeah,
And we will promote you. We do this for everybody that
Yeah.
we have on, and whether it's a local artist or a national,
yeah.
we're all about promoting.
So
I
where
love
are
that.
you playing right now? What venues are?
I am actually playing in a couple weeks at a place called Hummingbird Hill in Chapel Hill, and I'm opening up
Cool.
for Bree Bagwell and her
Oh, yeah.
boyfriend
I know
Paul
that is.
Eason.
Cool.
So yeah, that'll be a good event.
Very
I'm excited
cool.
about that.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
So do you have I'm sure besides music you have a 9-to-5 job or
Yes, I work at a law firm.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
It's total opposite of
And,
music.
Hey,
well, at least
that's
you,
good though.
Yeah, because you won't get screwed over on contracts.
Oh,
at least
Right.
no,
at
honest.
least knowingly you won't get screwed over.
No,
on contracts.
that is honestly, it's funny you say that because whenever I did my music and recorded my song, I didn't necessarily like the contract. And so I gave it all to the lawyers that were there. I was like, please check this. Please
Yeah.
check this. It's like, it's free check. So
Right. That's
it's
good.
nice.
It's a nice thing to have at your fingertips.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're such great people there. They're so willing to teach me new things
That's
and
good.
whatever I ask. So
Now are you normally acoustic?
normally, but I do have a band. I do.
Okay, full band.
Yes, and
Nice.
the guys are ready to play. So as soon as I can
Yeah.
get some gigs booked, then
Musicians
We'll be
are
out there.
always ready to play.
yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I grew up in a family of musicians too,
Yeah.
I slept on folding chairs in front of speakers. So
Oh, right.
they say turn the music up. I'm like, well, that's normal to me. So
Yeah.
And in Conroe in the they redid that whole town, the square around the courthouse,
yeah.
and there's lots of little venues there, and I've
Yes.
been there and seen country music there as well too.
Yeah.
so.
They just had
Yeah.
the festival. Which festival they do? It
They
was
do a
just there.
Catfish one for
Catfish,
sure,
I
yeah.
think. Yeah, I was just there.
That's big
Okay.
for country music. Yeah,
Okay.
you should
Yeah.
try and do
Yeah.
that next year.
Yeah.
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 Well, I actually I played at a Charlie Diggs festival last year and opened
Oh,
up for
okay.
Tracy Bird and all
Oh,
them.
yeah.
So that was really really neat. I felt
Yeah,
cool
he has
for
some
a day.
pretty big sets.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how long are you playing here today, and who are you playing with?
I'm playing with Jeremy Lamont. Oh my gosh, I can't say his name. Jeremy Lamont. We actually have only played here in the barn.
Oh, okay.
So
So big
see how it
stage
goes.
today.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it should be fun. He's
With
a great musician.
Cool.
But
Yeah, because I've never seen.
Are doing that
I'm-
acoustically?
yes,
Cool.
I told Ryan from 307 Departure. I was like, listen, if you want to come up and play, come up
Yeah.
and play with us. Though
Cool.
the fuller the sound, the better. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've never seen anything played out. This will be my first time seeing stuff played out there. As
Okay.
well. Been here a billion times, but
Cool.
not nothing outside.
Well, if you let
But
me
you
out of
and
the
me
box,
both, and I'm
Yeah.
up on stage first.
well, if you let me out of the box, I might be able to see some too.
Yes, yes, we'll do that, and we're gonna go and move on. But please, one more time, tell us your full name,
Kathy Bolin. It's Cathey.
and it's Bolin, Bowlin.
No,
Bolin. Ah, he's got it. He's got it.
Like Ann Boleyn. I can't remember that. It might have been an E,
I don't know.
but it's
BOLIN.
Bolin, like a violin, but it's Bolin.
Yes. Not like a bowling ball.
Yeah.
People ask me all the time if I'm good at bowling. and
Maybe
I'm
y'all
like,
spell
no.
it like that in Louisiana.
We do a lot of things different.
Yeah.
Weird.
Louisiana's
Yeah.
different.
But please follow her on Facebook, on TikTok. Give her some love on Instagram.
Yes.
and
Yeah, I'm
listen
gonna
to
go
her,
check because I should already be doing that. But yeah,
and find her music. It's on every platform, just like us. So give it a look.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Kathy, for joining us.
Thank you.
thank you.
All right. Next up, we have the founder of the feast, the pastor of the parishioners.
Today, yep.
Yeah.
Tonight.
He is dressed like a priest
Yes.
for a Halloween event. It's Mr. Jim Moore, the father of half of 307
Yeah.
Departure.
Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Thanks for coming out. Both
Well,
of
thanks
you.
for having us.
You're welcome.
Now, Jim, you didn't have to get other kids. I mean, you could have had 2 Brady Bunch bands with the kids you got in your family, man.
We do. It's a running joke with us. We have 8 children, so they're like you could form a basketball team, a volleyball team, or whatever you guys want, or 2 bands. But these 2 chose this, and this is where we're at today.
Well,
I
very
gotta,
cool.
yeah, I got to say that that's something I like. I know a few parents that do it, and it's a positive thing for the kids because your kids are really clean, they're well behaved, and it's rare. So I mean, y'all are doing an excellent job.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you. Like I said, the saying is true. It takes a village to keep these kids on track nowadays. They have so many distractions that they can follow, and and the best part, my wife and I, we have a saying, and we live by it every day. There's no sense in getting off St. Paul if you're going to Chicago, and when we're going to do something, we do it right, and we also get to spend all that quality time with our
Exactly.
kids, and
Yeah.
it's just time that
That's priceless.
it is priceless.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, all that investment into machine, parts and their sound and everything. That's an investment into y'all lives together. That really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it is. And like I said, I love it. I was an athlete, as Kellen has mentioned on your podcast before. I wanted them to be athletes. They chose this.
Yeah.
And I'm the type of mind that I don't care what you go do. If you're going to do it, go do it
Yeah.
110%. I don't ever want to leave something on the table and say, man, I wish we would have done this. So
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
all in.
music pretty physical, anyway, right?
Yeah, well, Buddy
see
and
them
I,
up
we
there.
keep talking about it. We've set all this up in the last 2 days, and we really don't get any credit for it, but I don't want any credit that,
But yeah, it's a
all
lot of
that.
physicality going on behind the scenes, and
It is.
even on the stage when they're jamming, they're getting it.
They are.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. I mean, I just love it. I love the journey that they've been on, and it's been so much fun.
Very cool.
Yeah, they. As much as I like live music, I could just get over here and see them rehearse every time I'm in town on a Wednesday. It's something I love to do. So I'm very thankful to have these neighbors from
Yeah.
Wyoming that I was sure the first time I saw them they were country music, but then, like we talked about earlier, these were the actual people that I met in the AT&T
That's right.
store, and they knew everybody I knew, which
Wow.
was shocker.
Yeah,
you
it was
know?
incredible. Yeah, the music scene is. We talk about this whether the boys are talking, on television or at any interviews that they do with y'all.
Yeah.
We talk about the Houston music scene, and it's amazing how big Houston is, but how tight
Yeah.
the music scene is, and how supportive so many people are, and yourselves included, right? Rob,
you.
I
Yeah.
think we met you. Gosh,
Yeah.
it was playing the 19th hole like
Yeah.
5 years ago. For God's sake,
It's a long time,
It was
yeah.
incredible, and we've been friends ever since.
Right.
So it's
And now
it's-
we're here at your place, and you're getting to exercise the new stage y'all have out in the field.
Yes, sir.
Did you build that?
We did, yeah.
Awesome.
Myself and the boys, and it's been some sweat labor
Very
for
cool.
them. It's been nice, and again, we've got the indoor studio in here that when it's inclement, and this is where they practice. But the outdoor stage, it's for special occasions. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty good size. So
So Justin didn't mind you taking pictures of his stage outside of the Wildcatter.
Hey, we've talked about that. I said, man, that looks just like yours. But yeah, this is the first time we've gotten to use it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, thank you for having everybody out. Thank you for having us out. This
Yeah.
is a nice setup for Halloween week.
Yeah, you're most
Yes.
welcome, both of you. Like I said, we appreciate it. And Doug, obviously, you all the time. You're here all the time supporting the boys, and we can't thank you enough. It's a simple thing that we all do that a lot of people take for granted, and believe me, we do not. We enjoy your guys' support, and Rob, you in the spring as well.
Oh, thank you.
It's incredible.
Yeah, we enjoy what y'all doing, and we hope y'all can just keep on doing it, and getting more out of it as well.
I do too.
So-
Hopefully
Yep.
someday the money goes the other direction, but if it doesn't, it doesn't matter. We had
Yeah.
a good time doing it.
That's right.
Yeah, and then we might do something this coming spring with a little crawfish.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, out here at the compound.
Teaser.
Yeah. Nice.
Shh. Yes.
Just tell me.
Okay.
But
yeah.
yeah, that's it. We just wanted to talk to you a little bit, man.
Well,
Today.
thanks. I appreciate you guys coming. Like I said, we've got a great lineup out there too. By the way, I don't know if anybody's mentioned on there, but we've got
no. Who do you have?
Internal Fire. Some of you may know that's
Yep.
Mr. Jeff Lane, Jordan Lane, Lucid Illusion's
That's
father,
right.
out there on the drums. So again, going back to the Houston music scene,
Yep.
it runs deep. After them, we've got a brand new band. They're called Noise Gate.
Cool.
A couple ex-members from the old Tracing Paces band.
Okay.
If you guys have ever heard them. Then we've got our boys from Key Flight Captains are coming up.
Yep.
Ryan and the boys are
They've
going to
been
play.
around.
And then, they've been around forever.
Yep.
And, of course, then 307 is going to close it out. And if
Cool.
we get a chance, we've actually got a couple country acts that in between. Kathy Bolin, I think
Yep,
you
we
guys
talked
just
to Kathy.
talked to her a little bit. And Mr. Jeremy Lamont, who just walked in, you guys just signed.
Yep.
If they get a chance, they're going to just entertain in between. So it's
Cool.
just fun.
Yeah, y'all could do a jam band if y'all wanted to.
Absolutely.
All right.
I can't carry a tune in a bucket.
Man,
But appreciate you guys. I listen to this podcast all the time. It's always great.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank
Being
you,
on it
sir.
For a change.
please don't end the interview by dropping your mic on the floor.
I try not.
Thanks, Jim.
And now we're joined by Mr. Jeremy Lamont. How you doing, Jeremy?
Welcome.
Doing really good. Thanks for having me.
This is like the first time I didn't forget a name right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing good, Doug.
I know.
Doing all right.
It's something about that name. So you must, a name like Jeremy Lamont, it's got to be, is it predominantly country?
It is kind of trop rock with country,
Nice.
kind of a Texas country feel to it.
I like that. A red dirt type. Yeah, there we go.
That's
so,
correct.
So Lamont, same like Ray Lamont, right? Same thing,
Sort of.
sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Spelled different.
Very.
Oh, okay.
Ray Lamont was, wasn't it Ray LaMontagne, I believe?
Ray LaMontagne. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Were you once on Sanford and Son?
You're not that old, are you?
No.
I don't think
Yeah, I
so.
wonder how much of our audience is going to actually catch that,
No, not me.
that dad joke.
Yeah.
But, so tell us a little bit about yourself. How long you been playing music, man?
Been playing for, 25 years.
Oh wow.
And mainly around Willis, Montgomery County,
Okay.
Lake Conroe mainly. But yeah, I started out, taught myself how to play, learned 12 chords, and
That's
kinda
plenty.
rest was history after that.
Yeah.
And Mom always told me, don't learn one style of music.
Yeah.
So I can play anything from Johnny Cash to Godsmack. And
Oh, cool.
one of my greatest influences, you had, of course, a lot, Sammy Hagar,
Oh yeah.
Ted Nugent, Jimmy Buffett.
Oh yeah.
But also, Johnny Cash, Merle,
Yeah.
Hank, those.
Those
Good
I
ones.
love those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All of those are great. Yeah. Good
And-
stuff to learn from.
Now, do you play with a band, or are you playing tracks out by yourself, or how you done that?
Lately, I've just been doing acoustic
Acoustic
stuff.
sets.
But I had a band. We were called Jaeger Hayes
Mhm.
because obviously the name says
Yeah.
everything.
Oh yeah.
But we played the Catfish Festival.
Oh yeah.
I think-
Conroe.
Yeah. 3 years in a row.
Cool.
And last time we played, God, it was 40 degrees with 15 mile an hour wind, and
Wow.
I was like, okay, that was fun, but
Yeah.
we're done.
We've done it. Let's not do it again.
Exactly.
Yeah. I've had plenty of those before.
And I really love playing around Lake Conroe. So any place that's been on the lake, I've
Yeah.
played there, and it's
So
it's
the weather can get a little crazy on Lake Conroe too, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you can be sunshine, blue sky one minute, and then
Yeah.
half an hour later you're ducking for cover.
Yeah.
So but the environment, that's what I love
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, and plus, if you're going to play acoustic, there's got to be a big in places you can play. Yeah, that's because
Yeah.
everybody's got a little corner they can set that up in.
That's
now,
right.
now they got the resort out there, right? It's
Yeah,
Jimmy Buffett Resort, right?
Yeah, correct. Margaritaville. We
Margaritaville.
actually we went over there to watch a friend of mine's band play, and about 4 of us took our boats over there, and we just
Yeah.
stayed the night at the dock, which
Oh
was
wow.
pretty cool because the resort is so much fun. You can wake up the next day, and I mean, just the amount of amenities that they have there.
Yeah.
is
I haven't been
awesome.
there, but it looks very nice.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
We'll have to make a run out there, Doug.
Yeah, I've never been out there either,
Yeah.
and I live right here.
You live right there. You should
Yeah.
be hitting that place up.
That's
Yeah.
right. We'll just hop on the boat and
There you go.
do a little cocktail cruise over there.
Well, there you go.
That sounds good. Does that count? Include bottles of water?
As many as you can handle. I guess.
Handle. Yeah.
There's a lot of water in the lake, Doug.
You got that right.
Drink all you want.
Now, do you? So you born and raised here?
So my grandparents bought 4 acres up on the north end of the water. I guess it was 1976, and I grew up mainly in Houston, but well, I say mainly in Houston till I was about 12, and we moved to Willis permanently. It used to just be a weekend thing.
Yeah.
And I've lived Willis, Conroe, all the way up to Madisonville, Normandy, you know.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Out in the sticks, but always come back here
Yeah.
because I just, like I said, I love the atmosphere around the lake and the people.
Yeah.
And the music scene's a lot better. Conroe's really coming up with
It
that.
is coming up. Yeah. I see a lot of activity in Conroe lately.
Conroe needs to be really proud of the way that they did their downtown.
Yeah.
With this around the courthouse. I mean, another town I'm from, they're struggling, and like a lot of towns do, fighting. Let's do this. Let's do that. Conroe actually got off their arse and did it, and they did a great job too. It's beautiful. There's good restaurants. There's a little hole in the walls you can go and play, and they all look nice. You know, I can't remember the one I was at.
There's a tavern. Was it Brick Tavern or something?
Red Brick Tavern.
Red Brick Tavern.
Yeah.
That one looks like it has a lot of shows.
Yeah,
going on.
they do quite a bit of. Actually, most of their stuff is acoustic, and you may see just one person doing an acoustic deal, or you may see a five-piece acoustic band. You know, with
Wow.
Is that the one with the little restaurant, like and they're connected by the door? I'm not sure which one that is. I was at one. I went to see a guy from Dallas, one of my wife's friends, and they were playing there about 3 months back, and it was really nice, you know.
Yeah, so Red Brick is on one side of the road, and then you have Corner Pub on the other side.
It might have been Corner Pub.
Corner
I think that's
Pub.
where it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
When you talked about how it's connected there.
To a little restaurant, yeah.
Yeah, it's got that little hallway there.
Yep.
Yeah, Corner Pub. I see a lot
And-
of acts going there.
And like you were saying about how they set everything up in downtown Conroe, it's somewhere you can go out, make a night of it, and
Yeah.
just walk around. You got different places, go sample
Yeah.
food, sample drinks, listen to all the music.
Yeah, I've been there for the Catfish Festival, and you can do that. Just
Yeah,
walk around,
that's-
and they got multiple stages around and
Exactly.
stuff like that. Yeah, it's great.
That's what drew me back into seeing live music again in 2011 was going to Deep Ellum, because everything was right there, real close. It's really changed a lot now, but in Dallas, but everything is there, and I love the way that Conroe has that set up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was in Colorado, I guess last year, and we went to Fort Collins, and that was another really cool place where you got somebody performing right there on Main Street, and
Yeah.
just different places. You got something going on, and I love it because 90% of the places you go into, you start up a conversation with somebody, and they're like, "Hey, you want to play songs?"
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
that's cool.
Yes.
Yeah,
is-
of course.
That is great.
Of course.
Yeah, Minneapolis is a lot like that around their is it Bank One ballpark? I can't remember, whatever bank they have that the Vikings play at, and where the Twins play. It's all around there. It's circled by just clean, nice places you can go in, feel safe, and that's the key. You want to go out, have a good time,
Yeah.
you know.
And all the places around Conroe, they've really made it, very family friendly. Excuse me. Like you said, where you can go in, feel safe, and if your kids are walking around, you don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah.
That's
That
a
is
good-
plus.
That's a good setup, man.
Yes,
And
sir.
you got any anything? Do you have any social media sites that you want to promote?
Really, the only one I have is my personal Facebook page. I am when it comes to social media, I have TikTok, but I don't know what's on it.
Yeah.
I think, and I don't even know the name. I think it's just JAY, and that's about it.
Wow.
I've got a friend of mine. He said he'd help me set up Instagram and all that, but just Jeremy Lamont, my personal Facebook, and I think we've got 4,000 people on there right now. But
Let's promote your shows when you get on there. Let's do that, man.
Absolutely. And I released. I've only got a couple of original songs that are released. one of them, it's called Lake Drinking, Who's Bringing the Booze. And I wrote that about Lake Conroe.
Very cool.
And that's on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify.
Okay.
And a buddy of mine, Jim Conis, wrote a song called Padre Island. That's just, I mean, it's, when you listen to it, it's that Buffett
Take
pop
you
rock
there.
feel. And he let me record that one. So if you get a chance, check it out. They're all on Amazon.
On every platform, just like you'd find us. That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
You think you're going to get to do a couple tonight?
At some point, I'm sure I will.
All right.
I know.
Well, looking forward to it.
Jim has asked me, and I love coming out here. They're great people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
this is a great setup.
Cool stage tonight with all
Yeah.
the lights and spider webs and all that.
Everybody dressed up, man. It looks awesome.
Yeah, it's very cool. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. Well, let's go enjoy a little bit more of it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Thanks a
for
lot.
joining us, man.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all having me.
You bet. All right, now we're in roundtable mode over here at the.
What are we on? Number 4? 3, 4? I don't
I
remember.
don't know. We're somewhere. Yeah, we are number 4. I think.
I think
now
so.
Tonight.
Yeah. All right.
this,
Moving along.
At the
307
307
compound.
compound.
Is that what you call it, buddy?
I don't know. We never really came up with a cool name. We tried
Yeah.
to think to get a nickname. Jim was calling it the Pavilion, but it's not
Okay.
a pavilion. It's
Yeah.
I don't know. It's more relaxed, laid back than that. That makes it sound fancy.
Yeah.
It's kind of a family hangout, you know.
Yeah, it's a hangout.
Introduce yourselves.
I'm Dave Chapman. I'm 307 Departure's uncle.
Okay.
So I follow them around and carry their heavy shit. That's
Cool.
That's sort of a roadie and a #1 fan guy.
It's good to have muscle.
And I'm Buddy Martin, actually Henry Martin. People know me by, but everybody calls me Buddy. I'm kind of the same thing as Dave. I met the family through our kids going to school, and they're all musicians, and I love music. Came home from being overseas for about 12 years, and met these guys and knew how talented they was, and couldn't get enough, and continue to hang out and have a good time with them.
Well, thank you for supporting them, man, and definitely thank you for your service, man.
Yeah, these two guys are the road crew. Unless one of them's offshore, then
Yeah, I've seen them in action. It's impressive.
Yes, they're great guys. I mean, really talented. I mean, I can't get enough of them. I'm telling you, it seems like every time they practice, they amaze me. Just this week, came in here in this little studio and it was like, we're gonna learn this song for the Halloween party, and I was like, no way, y'all aren't gonna do that. Came out and blew it out. I was like, oh my God. I mean, look at the talent. It's so awesome.
To be young again, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, me and Henry we went to school together.
I know,
high
I couldn't
school.
believe that.
Yeah, so we reconnected through 307.
Correct.
And that's pretty amazing to me that,
It was awesome. Rob was playing in a show, and I was like, Jim is the father of 307, and he says, you want to go hang out, man? I'm going to go see Arcadia. I'm going to go to Arcadia night and watch some Fringe. But I said, well, yeah, cool, man. I'll go with you. And then I said, well, who's playing? He goes, well, this dude named Rob Mandiola. I said, wait a minute, man. Hold on. Let's back up. Rob Mandiola? He goes, yeah. I said, if it's the Mandiola, I've never heard another Mandiola in my life. I went to school with that dude.
Yeah.
And then
that's awesome, man. That's so cool.
So I thought y'all had just reconnected here. So y'all had met before out at Acadia.
At Acadia, yeah.
Acadia, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that was a pretty big surprise.
Yeah.
You know. But definitely good to reconnect with you, man.
Oh man, I love it.
We had some good times in school and stuff.
Well, I think all of us that are sitting here right now can agree so much too. I was so impressed when we decided that they're doing this rock music thing, that we're going to start going to these rock metal kind of clubs. I was expecting more of the biker, hardcore, competitive ego stuff.
Yeah.
And everyone has been so good. Like right off the bat, people were like, here's some advice for you, and here's some equipment. Try this, and we have a practice. Like everyone wants to help all the time.
Yeah.
I think we all, most of us, at least from the non-musician part, I think we all thought that originally when we go out to see the live music, and then you learn real quick it's really a community. You get in on that community.
It is very much, and that's tonight the Jeff Lane that's playing tonight, the Lucid Illusions dad, that their family has become almost family with us. That the reason we're doing this big party tonight basically was we had the stage, and it's a good way for all of us to get together without all the load in and have to be back out and drive all the way down. Like we can have almost like we were thinking almost like a Thanksgiving kind of thing. Bring all our friends and everyone together and hang out, and it's
awesome.
It's so fun.
Yeah, this is the way to do it. I love this. This is fantastic.
So
That's what I tell Doug
we're
the
hoping to
same
do it
thing.
a little, like maybe either at least every year, if not more often, depending on.
We're gonna do something for crawfish season.
Yeah.
You're goddamn right, baby.
That'd
But
be
no,
awesome.
just more than just coming out and playing with people and or coming, just going out and playing. It's getting together with everyone and enjoying everybody's company. That's what really just that's the icing
Yeah.
on the cake, man.
I know for you guys it's a little bit of a drive to get up here, but like Doug's come over and he's here. This is like our bar now. That we all of us
Yeah.
come here and we every Wednesday they do practice. We
Yeah.
might have 10 people, we might have 30 people, but we all just hang out and it's just I guess it'd be like in the old days when you'd go to the lodge. Like this is our
Yeah.
place to get out to. And
Yeah,
it's
this
great.
is our Elks Club.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
our
nice.
every Wednesday hang.
Yep.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's for
It
sure.
is. It's great.
Yeah.
No, we take
And
turns.
it's funny if you
cooking.
show up here on Wednesday night. It's like a family thing. You're not going to come in here and just listen to these guys practice or whatever. You're going to come in here and Jen's going to cook a big dinner, and
Yeah.
put it on the table. It's always
very cool.
something. So I'm telling you, it's like coming to a feast every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Something is going to be.
Yeah.
She's going to whip something up, or even Doug
Yeah,
here.
I was just say
Doug
between
here
Jen and
brought
Doug,
in
there's
Yeah.
always
stuff.
good eats.
So it's so fun. It's great, and like I said, every time these guys amaze you. You think, okay, yeah, we're gonna do a rock and roll tonight, and then they show, and you're like, oh my god, man.
One
what
of
you guys
the
do?
biggest things that was like talking about how talented they are, to try and sell them when they were so young. When
Yeah.
we would go to clubs and things like that, and they'd hear they're young, people didn't even want to give them a second look.
Yeah.
And the friends or people that we could get to come to a show, I know they took it as, come watch my niece's piano recital. They were not thinking like
Yeah.
come to the. They weren't thinking it was what they were. So that's like a lot of guys. Like the first time the buddy saw them, nobody was expecting them to be what they were.
Yeah.
And then they've gotten so much better over the years now too that
You can't
they
ignore
had to
talent.
make it. Exactly. They had to make a name in spite of themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad our departed friend John Janash had
Yeah.
he pushed him really hard
Yep.
while he was here.
Yep.
And that's great. He did the same thing with Lucid and
That's the community thing that the people
Yeah.
are there to help you.
Yeah, I call it the music family.
Yep.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yep. And
yeah, it is.
It's
that's one of the
tight.
things that definitely impressed me.
Yeah, it's very tight, very impressive.
Yeah.
So how long you been down here in
In Texas,
yeah?
I moved down here the beginning of 2015,
Mm-hmm.
and then since I work out on the oil rigs,
cool.
I'm in town a week or two every couple months.
Yeah.
So I still feel like I'm new here all the time. I still don't even know my
Yeah.
way around because I drive from my house to here. This is the only place I ever hang out. I don't know where, but I do. I really like it down here, and some of it too is just like these guys taking off. This would have never happened in Wyoming.
Yeah.
Not only that rock music's not a big thing coming out of Wyoming, there are fans there, but when there's only 12 people
It's small.
and four of
Yeah.
them are fans, you can't
Yeah.
take off. No one will ever see you there.
How do you
So-
how do you adjust to the lower elevation?
the lower elevation is good. The heat's rough.
Yeah, the heat, I imagine.
Ooh, we had a rough summer.
The elevation's better. There's a lot more air. And like I'll go home now, you really notice how thin the air
Yeah.
is there.
Yeah, the drowning pool guys. I asked them. That's one of the things we were talking in New Orleans the other night, and they would, they near the end of a tour, and I asked them. One of them had been sick one night and ate something bad in Texas somewhere along the way, and we're talking. Well, how'd y'all hold up? He goes, "Oh, that thin air." And I was kind of wondering about that, but yeah, because they all over the stage. It's a little bit different story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you start working hard or start drinking, and both
You
of them
feel
knock
it.
you down a lot quicker
Yeah.
when it's thin.
I'd have to crank my oxygen up to like 6.
Yeah, I would have to get some serious
So
oxygen.
when you live there, it's different because then when you come down here, you go out drinking, you're almost a superhero because it'd take forever to get drunk because you
Superhero drinking.
for a day or two, no one's ever going to outdo you on that.
Yeah.
But now I'm acclimated, so I'm not that
Yeah.
cool anymore.
Yeah, my brother was just up. Well, he did his second hunt, but his first hunt when he was up in Wyoming with his elk tag, he had to come back because of oxygen. And I've had to do that in Colorado before. I love it up there, but man, it's rough
tough.
on me, man.
Yeah.
We used to go snowmobiling with Jim, and you'd go up like by Jackson Hole. Well, those mountains get over 10,000 feet.
Wow.
So you go up working that hard, riding the snow machines and getting stuck and digging out over. You get
Yeah.
up that high and in all your gear.
Yeah, that's
God,
tough.
you got to be in shape to do that.
You got to be an astronaut.
You got to be in a different shape than I am. Like,
Yeah.
you need to be in the other shape.
I'd have to say, kind of for me, it'd be like Everest. I'd say Yeah, just leave my body right here, and then the next climbers, they'll find it every
Yeah.
time they come up.
Yeah, they do that.
I like the saying that Everest is scattered with bodies of highly motivated people.
Yeah.
So you know what? Go ahead and sleep in.
Exactly.
No thanks. But we're just here tonight. We just wanted to chit chat with everybody, and couldn't leave you two guys
Nope.
out.
I love it. Thanks for letting us just
great.
stop in for a
307
second.
Muscle,
This is great.
and old friend, and
Yeah,
man, that's just so
it's good
awesome.
to be with old friends, man. This
Yeah,
is what
always.
it should be. This is what it should be
Yeah.
about. Us hanging out, and I know Rob, you still play, and it's good to see you
I
play
try,
when
man,
you
yeah.
play, and you've always ripped on the guitar since I've known you, and just seeing you that one night, I was like, oh my God, the guy's
Yeah.
kicking still.
Oh, thank you, man.
I love
Thank
it.
you.
But it's good to be in the music camaraderie. You know?
Yeah,
It's fun.
absolutely.
And it's different when you and I grew up, because back then it was so much, almost like a challenge.
Oh, it was a battle, man. We
Yeah.
were trying to just beat everybody, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I think we just got very lucky too. As we got going, we pretty early on
Yeah.
met people like you and
Yeah.
like Lucid and there. So we got into the right connections as we started.
Yeah, absolutely.
To have the right people say you should give these kids a chance.
Yeah, you know,
So that-
we like to do that. We like seeing the progression of them, you know, like
Yeah.
year after year, and
Just
seeing
when you
how
guys
they're
talked when
growing.
you were younger, that you didn't have that person.
No, everybody
So
just
it's-
wanted to just
No.
cut you. You know,
Yeah.
It was man, it was crazy.
it was
back
tough,
then.
man. It was brutal. Yeah.
Was it like Rockstar, where you papering a car and everybody getting a?
You would think we all
band
lived
fight?
on. You would all think we lived in L.A. on the Strip or something, all battling for the gigs
Yeah.
or something. It was ridiculous.
See, you hear the stories of that, the
It was
old LA
different
strip
mentality
kind of
that-
stuff. That
Yeah.
that's what we thought we were getting into. So
Yeah.
honestly, we, with Jim and everybody too, kind of went into it with that sort of aggressive mindset on we got to go
Well, it's different
fight
now.
for this show and fight for the and then as soon as you met people, you're like, no, it's cool. That like,
Yeah.
it's just so great.
Well, because back then, you know, when you honed your craft and everything, you thought you were gonna make it. You know what I mean? So your goal was to be better than everyone. So you did get the chance to get signed or something. You know. So that was a goal, I think. So
I
you were
think the-
fighting for that. You know.
I think the internet's kind of changed that now too
Oh,
because
the whole thing's changed now. You know.
you now there's so many different ways to make it.
Yeah.
You know, your song could get picked up by a video game, or you might end up on
Exactly,
a commercial.
yeah.
Or, you know, that there's so many different. It's not about selling out Madison Square Garden as much anymore as you might be better known on TikTok.
Yeah,
And-
big YouTube video.
And
yeah,
we know,
that's right.
and you know, we know people that do have a bunch of music out, have been picked up by different corporations and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and they still have to work a full-time job. You know.
Oh yeah.
So it's like it's just changed so much. You know.
Yeah. It's hard today. Well, I think because I just watched a movie the other day where it was talking about when music stopped.
Yeah.
It was kind of a show, and it was kind of like all about the COVID thing.
Yeah.
And
Oh, it
now
did.
that it kind of slowly has came back, and everybody's getting back on their feet. I mean, so it didn't just hurt the little guys that are out here trying to enjoy themselves and make something
Yeah.
that have all the talent. But look at the bigger bands. I mean,
Yeah.
they got hit hard.
Yeah.
But
so
it did change it some too, though.
It did,
Because
yeah.
of that, it forced even the big people to go into making the concert movie or
Yeah.
being more online wise.
social media was a big deal. Yeah.
And then taught all the fans, they got more used to going and finding it there. And
Yeah.
so it made a big shift.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you, I miss live music so much during that, and they would have people would do, Michael Kennedy did it, but
Yeah.
you'd have other people that I knew that would do, live
The
session.
live streams.
Yeah, and I ate those up. I watched so many of them because that was it,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I think it changed the camaraderie too of everybody. Helping each other, because that's anywhere we've been with 307.
So nice.
We
So
help,
nice.
no matter what the band is. We help them out, and I almost got in trouble. What was the band that we just did the Florida show with? We went out there.
Red jumpsuit.
Red jumpsuit,
Rumsey,
yeah.
yeah.
And I kind of was like, hey, man, I want you guys to take a picture with the boys, so they can have some memorabilia.
Yeah.
And at first they were kind of like, well,
Who the hell are you?
And I was like, look, man,
Yeah.
we're all here together. But then they did it, and it was awesome. And that's what I'm talking
Like
about.
it don't cost you anything,
Right.
man,
When you break
just
that-
to be cool and nice
yeah,
and
break that-
available.
That I don't know what it is. It's that air. You got to break it.
Yeah.
Because
Well, it's also that that I'm super charming and nice too. So most people end up getting
Well,
along.
of course. Well, of
Most
course.
people end up getting along with us anyway. So
You know,
Yeah.
I imagine a lot of scenes are different, but you know, I think they're probably. I would like to think a lot of them are the same. The two I know in Dallas and Houston are very similar. You know, as far as the bands working together and
yeah.
But there
that
still
kind
are the bands that don't want to come out and, you know, kind of mingle and, you know, for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason is, but
That to me seems kind of funny that to want to be a band and on stage and have fans following that,
Yeah.
and then be
just
worried about being social and out in the crowd. Like
Yeah.
that
It's
doesn't make
very
sense. Like
weird.
if you want the attention, you think you'd want it all the time.
yeah.
I can't remember who told us this, or I heard it somewhere that somebody was singing on stage, and this is a big venue, and they were opening for a big band, and the lead singer of the big band was watching. He said, "Hey," a guy came off the stage and said, "Hey, thanks for watching." And he goes, "Why did you like the music?" He goes, "You're my enemy." Yeah, he goes. He was
wow.
watching him. I was like, "Oh my god, dude!" Yeah, that's
Weird. Yeah.
that's. I don't think you see that attitude as much
No.
as that used to exist.
There's a competitiveness still, but it's the right way. Because like we've said
Yeah.
forever with like Lucid, when we were just getting going, they were ahead of us. They were
Yeah.
they were a little bigger, a little better, and that. And when we took them to Wyoming that time, and we went and did a couple shows up there, to have these guys as young as they were get to hang out with a week for them on
Yeah.
the road, see how they did, and that they were very responsible.
Yeah.
They prepped right. They had all their stuff together, doing their money, and like it was a great influence for them to see.
Yeah.
And then they have been on that chasing.
Yeah.
Every time we think we're amazing, then they'll do something just to keep
Yeah.
that, always chasing each other. Because if we ever did get to where we did something better than them, well, then they're gonna double down and do it. But it's on the right way though, that they're pushing each other.
It's challenging
They're-
yourself too.
Yeah,
you
they're
know,
not trying
to make yourself
beat
better.
out each other. That's
Just making yourself
yeah,
better. You know.
Yeah, exactly. It's
what-
wanting to.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to outdo the little brother kind of thing.
Yeah.
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 You definitely,
No,
you
exactly.
definitely learn
Yeah, exactly.
experience.
Oh, it's been eye opening for me. I mean, little ranch kid from Wyoming to come down and be following rock bands in Houston. This is weird. My buddies are like, "That's the last thing we thought you'd be doing."
It's
I
great. It's great.
rodeoed. I was
It's
not
great,
a.
man.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
I rode bulls for a while, and then I team roped for a
Oh,
while.
damn,
and then,
that's awesome.
So I can sing you the word of every Crystal Dew song ever written, but
Wow.
like, this has been a whole new thing. I love it. It is so
it's
much
music
fun.
though, man. Music is
Oh, yeah.
music.
Oh, it
you
is.
know? Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have the passion and oh man.
Yeah.
And these kids, man, I swear. I mean, they're kids to me. I mean, I'm 53.
Right.
And I come out and hang out, and they just, I'm like,
I'll be
dude,
53 next Thursday.
You know, and it's just, I mean, man, it's awesome to see how they do, how they perform, and
Yeah.
and I mean, until you see the show, practice is
Right.
always awesome. But when you see the show, it's,
So everyone out there,
so
come
much
and see
better.
their show.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And just a few that I've been able to get to and see, I can see their progression.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, they're doing it. They're
Every
putting the work in.
time, every
I can
time.
tell they're putting the work in, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what's
And they
that's
do.
what you want to see. You know.
Well, wait.
They do.
You don't want them to get comfortable with what they
No.
have been doing.
Right.
And that's what I like to see. Like, they didn't just get comfortable because somebody told them, "Hey, you guys are rocking," and then
Oh.
they just kind of stayed there.
That was one of the
They're
good
still
things with like
getting it.
Lucid, because every time
Yeah.
they'd show up, they'd still see Lucid was a little tighter, or they had
Yeah.
a little.
Well,
And
I
so,
promise you, Rob, just like tonight,
Yeah.
you're going to see something different.
Yeah.
They practice. When,
Oh,
and I was like,
actually, you are.
oh
They-
my
Cool.
God. I said, I
we
couldn't
watched them
believe it.
practice on you guys are getting blown
I
out
couldn't
of water
believe
tonight. It's awesome.
Kellen's vocals with it, and I couldn't believe they pulled
Cool.
it out.
That's
I
what
was
I'm
like,
talking about.
oh.
Like, I like seeing that, that
Yeah.
graph going up,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So that's cool to see.
It was beautiful to me, man. I was
Yeah.
like, I was just,
Absolutely, man.
it's beautiful, man.
It's inspiring,
Yeah.
and hopefully they inspire the next guys, to come
Exactly.
up. you know?
Exactly.
all right.
And that's, to me, that's what it's all about, man.
Exactly.
Well, I'd say let's go out there, man. But wait, hold on. We're joined quickly by our executive producer, Spring Mandiola.
I think
Spring,
she's getting some AC.
say hi.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Would you? Okay. Are you enjoying our AC room? You know, we don't really even have the podcast even hooked up. We're just sitting here talking so we can sit in air conditioning.
I hope we do. I hope I've hit the button.
I just keep asking him about it, so he's like, finally, like when you give the little kid the controller, but it's not
Yeah.
plugged in. Yeah, Dave, come be on it for a while.
All right, guys.
Well, man, it was fun chatting with you guys.
It was very
Oh,
much.
man.
I
Henry,
appreciate you guys.
We appreciate it.
Thank you, gentlemen.
I'm glad to
We
be
want
hanging out
everybody to
again,
come
Henry.
out and see 307 and hang out and have a good time, man.
You guys
Buddy.
are the type of people
And
that
Rob,
I'm glad we met with. This
Whenever
whole
you
deal.
play,
It's
you
been
gotta
great.
let me know,
Man,
man.
I'm
'cause I
working
wanna
on it,
come-
man, you know.
I want to come watch you, dude.
I've been
I
waiting
love
on,
you,
on the
brother.
weather to get a little bit cooler because
Yeah.
you saw me at Acada.
I
I was kind of beat up, man. That heat gets brutal.
But you
on
did
me.
a good job.
Yeah,
man.
I
I'm
still
telling
fight
you.
and I still go for it. You know, so
Yeah, you did a damn
Yeah,
good
he likes to play with no AC over the stage.
Yeah. yeah. Let's make it a little extra hard.
Yeah.
Why not?
I saw him about 3 days later. He looked like Flat Stanley, the piece of paper you mailed to everybody.
Yeah, I was beat up, man. It
Yeah.
takes a lot out of me, but nothing can stop the
Yeah.
music.
No, man.
Nothing
no.
can stop it, man.
And that's what we all have. And
We're all gonna
that's
keep
great.
going.
It's great.
Well, thank y'all for
There's
supporting.
There's probably a certain amount of it that's what keeps you going.
That is, man.
Like, you got to get up and keep going.
Yeah. Well, we look forward to everything you guys are gonna do and all the help you're helping with these guys.
Fantastic.
We,
Well, you
we
guys
love,
as well.
love and thank you guys for being here. And
Awesome. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Let's go have some fun.
For sure.
All right. And now we're joined by Sean and Jeff with Eternal Fire out of
Yes.
Houston.
Thank you.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
How did it go, man?
Well, I think it went pretty well. We came up here and we wanted to support local music, and they gave us another opportunity. We've been up here once before, and we had a really good time. So it was good fun.
Good deal. Jeff?
307, love these guys. They're friends with my son's band, how I originally met them.
Yeah.
They're just awesome.
Lucid
people.
Illusion.
Yeah, Lucid Illusions. That's Jordan, his group.
Jordan. Yeah.
Those guys are doing fantastic. I'm glad to say I was there at the beginning to give them a hand to get going. But, as a parent, the first thing you want to do is help them, and the second thing you need to do is get out of their way when they've got
Turn
it.
them loose. Yeah.
Which is pretty much what's happened, and now I'm focusing on my own thing. And
Hey, that's good, man.
And for me, that's joining with Sean here a couple years ago and realizing he's got some great music. And God, I love. Remember the day I showed up for an audition? I left the first practice / audition upset that the song Black that we do, that there wasn't a recording of that I could listen to on the way
Oh
home.
yeah.
So it's been
So are you sure to catch the recordings now when you're in practice?
Oh yeah, Ross, our
Yeah.
lead guitar player, does a real good job of recording.
It's
our
so easy
practices.
these days,
Yeah.
Not like when we were young.
Yeah, and he's
the 80s.
He is a recording fanatic. I mean, I like
Yeah.
to record. I record and produce my own drums for us. And,
He's over the top.
But Ross is a little extra when it comes to that kind
That's
of
cool.
stuff, and God bless him for it.
There's so many devices now out there that you can use to capture, what you're doing just live in your practice rooms and stuff. So
Oh, yeah,
and it comes out
absolutely.
so good.
Oh yeah.
Not like the cassette recordings we used to do in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
They were
yeah.
horrible.
Well, we got a whole setup, and basically this is the era we're in now. I mean,
Yeah.
all you have to do is go down there and buy some stuff, buy some
Yep.
equipment, everything, and then you be the home
You're done.
engineer. So,
Yep, you're got a basic studio at
Yeah.
your fingertips.
Pretty much.
Pretty
Absolutely.
inexpensively.
And Sean, how long have you been? Are you Houstonian?
I am. I'm a native Houstonian. I've been here all my life. All,
Cool.
50, all,
Same
50,
here.
all 53 years.
Yep.
Well, y'all all around the same
Yeah,
age.
I'll be
What
53
am I,
next
what am I,
Thursday.
What am
Yeah.
I, the grandfather to
Well, happy
everybody?
birthday.
Oh, thank you,
In-
sir.
in
Thank
advance.
You. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm 54,
Yep.
and I'm not going quietly. I'm fighting it every step of the way.
That's what you got to do, man. Keep fighting.
I used to live in a time where everybody was older than me, and why am I 57? Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
I'm not going to say any names, but
Yeah.
there is somebody older than me in this room.
Yep, that's
God, I
right.
feel so much
Well,
better.
Sean and I are not the oldest ones in the band. Our bass player, Horse, he's a little bit older than us. I don't know if he's 56 or 57, but that's kind of what makes our group interesting. Is there's 3 of us in our 50s and 3 of us in our 30s.
Oh wow, yeah.
So there's the.
That's a cool balance, though.
It's a good balance because you got
Yeah.
you got the youth and vigor, and then you've got the 3 of us that are like, okay, we're just gonna set the bar and
Yeah.
kind of keep the foundation going, and let the younger folks really just take it over the top.
See, I'll let them do all the drinking.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Look, now I'm from New Orleans.
Okay.
And my wife and I
You're
started.
expert.
I consider myself a professional
Expert
drinker.
level.
My mother-in-law was a piano player at Pat O'Brien's for 32 years, so I spent lots of evenings in Pat O'Brien's.
We know Scooby.
Yeah, we know Scooby.
Yeah, love her.
We were intimately acquainted with Long Island iced teas.
Oh, nice.
And hurricanes coming out of Pat O'Brien's.
Yeah.
But we also older and a little bit wiser and know
Yeah.
how to control it and how not to end up visiting the porcelain goddess
There you
after,
go.
after a night out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would.
Like I said, expert level.
expert level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I remember when I saw Jordan play for the first time, and then to learn, and his parents were there supporting him. I was like,
that's always cool, isn't it?
yeah. And then they were Katrina's, so that they were my people. Because I've been here since '93, and then it was good to see more Louisiana people come in. I loved it.
Yeah, I had been out of music for a while and got back into it through photography. Started taking pictures of a cover band for a guy by the name of Stephen Hansen and a little group called Cerveza Road. That's how I met him and the rest of that band, which led to me being, asked to play drums at a Christmas party and then a New Year's party. And then their bass player was in an original band, and their drummer decided not to hang around for New Year's. They asked me to sit in so they could play. My wife videos it on her iPhone, puts it on Facebook. Their drummer sees it. It's like, okay, I didn't want to tell you guys I wanted out, but I'm out. You got somebody who can do it. So that's when I got a text message, hey, you want to get back into it? And then I had 6 weeks after not playing for 27 years to listen to 5 iPhone recordings of a guy and his acoustic guitar and get in the studio and record.
Wow.
So that's how I got back into it. And
Thrown
at
in
the
the
time
pit.
I was doing that, I was doing that, Jordan had just written The Witch. So when we went back to do remixes, I asked him to come meet us at the studio, introduced him to Kareem over at Magic Studios, and told Kareem, I said, look, this kid's making straight A's in school. He's got the same girlfriend going for multiple years now. He's making car payments. He's doing everything by the book. I want this kid to have a chance to chase his dream. There's nothing wrong with him doing it. Here, take $200 off my credit card. Don't tell him that I'm doing this. He's going to come back at some point, and I want him to make a run for it if this is what he wants to do. Little did I realize what I was starting at that point, because he absolutely realized, oh, crap, they're actually behind me on this, because most bands at that age don't have the support.
Right.
So I got behind him pretty quick, and then we went to go do an open mic one night, and he went up and did 4 songs on an acoustic guitar that my wife and I had never heard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy crap. So a few months later, him and Donovan, there's a lot of details I'm leaving here, but they hook up, and then Donovan remembers the bass player. They're in the studio with Kareem recording an EP, and they're off to the races, and I've been trying to catch them ever since.
That's a hell of a talented kid you got there, man.
Yeah, and you're $200 now, what, 20,000?
I don't even want to think about it. I just don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
But the main thing is that
the main thing is you're still supporting them, so that's awesome.
I'm still supporting them,
and they're doing great.
They're doing great. They don't really need my help much anymore, which
so
is
it's a good investment.
But I learned a lot with that first band, which has helped me help him, and now it's helped me help him. Get this band going.
So how long have y'all been doing Internal Fire together?
Well,
your current lineup.
Well, I came up with the name in 2019.
Oh, wow.
And I think, Jeff, you came on in, 2020?
April 2021.
Pretty fresh.
Yeah.
April 1st,
so
2021.
It's fairly new.
Yeah,
and, of course, just like any band, you go through the ups and downs of trying to get the right people in.
And then we had a big down with COVID.
Yeah.
So how did y'all handle that? Like,
we just kept practicing.
We just
kept
kept plugging away.
Cool.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't have to stay at home with all the regulations?
We refused.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know
I'm
about everybody
joking.
else, but I mean,
Yeah.
I was in a position to where I was driving my service truck because I worked for a generator company and everything, so I was always by myself anyway.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
I continue to work. I continue to get paid.
Very
so.
cool. Yeah, that's good.
I managed parking at the Houston Galleria. We had 6 weeks off, and then the mall reopened, so I was back at work pretty quick.
Yeah.
And even the time I was off, I was still working just from home.
Yeah.
So there was no downtime.
So y'all were able to keep going music going throughout the time?
As we can. Like I said,
Yeah.
I mean, it's sometimes it's pretty tough on there whenever you're trying to, put everything together. You have a vision.
Yeah.
You're trying to get the right people in there, and then to actually do the music and then enhance the music. What I've already, basically I laid down the foundation, and I said, hey, you're the lead guitar player. Come in there and do your stuff.
Yeah.
The drums, come in there and do your stuff. The bass, do your stuff.
So I just watched y'all. How many members y'all have?
6.
6. Yeah, it's a big band. I was like, wow, that's a lot of guys up there. Yeah.
We like our guitars.
So y'all have how many guitars and what bass?
Well, so I'm doing a rhythm guitar,
Uh-huh.
and Rishi, the other rhythm player, he does a little bit of mostly rhythm, but he'll actually in the song Black that y'all saw, they do a little harmony piece together. So.
They're finger tapping.
So 2 rhythm, 1 lead,
and then 1 lead, and then the bass guitar,
Nice.
and then Shannon, she does the violin.
I love that.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a nice touch.
Yeah,
very cool.
Shannon is something else.
And then drums makes 6.
Yeah, I just picked up
Cool.
cello, and I love, I have guitar, I have drums, but cello is probably my favorite instrument. I just can listen to that thing And as I've gotten older, my favorite album is the first Metallica S&M they did with the San Francisco Orchestra.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
I
great.
love when I was a teen, that would have been heresy, but I
Right.
just love it. I love it now.
No, it's great.
See, growing up, when you mentioned cello, the first thing that comes to my mind is this little band called White Snake and Still of the Night.
Yeah. Dum, 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 dum,
Because
dum.
they absolutely just nail a cello in the solo on that song. It just
Yeah.
to this day, when you say cello, boom, that's the first thing I think of.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's another local band, the Houston area band called Rosie. You probably
yeah.
heard of them.
Yep.
Okay, well they do a killer White Snake. You
Cool.
know, they got the cello out there and they just
Oh, wow.
nailed it. You know, they were really really good.
Well, very cool.
I got the
Yeah.
opportunity to shoot Rosie because I do.
Yeah.
this little
I've
music-
seen some of your shots. Yeah.
just
Good
music
stuff.
photography thing. Rosie and Lucid opened up for Liliac at Rise.
Right.
It was my first exposure to Rosie, and oh my God, those ooh,
Yeah. They put on a show, right?
yeah. I definitely got to go see them again sometime.
Yeah.
There's-
They've been doing a pretty steady job.
Yep.
Out there, on the scene. So supporting some good acts. So
I as somebody who's in his 50s at this point, I love watching the younger folks who are actually passionate about it and are doing the work
yeah.
to make it run for it, because that's an opportunity I didn't have when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you we're making a run for it right now. If it comes our way, we're certainly not going to turn it down.
Yeah.
But it's just to watch the kids that have the passion and the drive
Yeah.
to do it, like Rosie, like Lucid, and
I mean,
like
you
these guys
still
in 307.
you
here.
still you must have a passion anyway because you're still doing it, right?
Oh,
So-
absolutely.
So yeah.
There's no question. And he and I will drive
It's
each
a
other
very
crazy.
very deep desire.
Yeah, you can't stop. It's our drug, which is nothing wrong with that. So it's great.
Well, what's next for y'all? What are y'all doing next?
Well, we're trying to get an album done. We're hoping to have it in the first quarter of 2024 to have it completed. We've been working on it for a while.
Cool.
And so that's the goal, is to get it done by the first quarter. So we got that, and then we're constantly adding cover songs to our repertoire.
Yeah.
And and just having fun along the way.
We've got a very talented group. I mean, what you saw on stage tonight does not scratch the surface of what these guys are capable of. There are days at practice where we don't really get our music really properly practiced because somebody will play a riff, we're off playing a cover song like we've been playing it for months. Of course, other times we'll start cover songs and it doesn't make it through the first verse and it falls apart. But the range of things that this group likes to play, and the level of commitment they have to doing it. We're working on one cover song, which I'm not going to name until we actually get it ready, but we purposely chose it not because it was an easy song to do, because some cover songs, are fairly easy to cover.
Yeah.
This one we all looked at and go, "Holy crap, are you serious? We're going to do that?"
Come on,
and
you want to give him a little tease?
You give it to him.
Come on, what is it? We want to know.
"Carry On My Wayward Son" by Kansas.
Oh, heck
wow.
yeah, man.
That is not
No,
an
that's-
easy song.
yeah, that's a banger.
At all. That's
a banger.
That song's an ass whipping to do.
Yeah, it is.
But we're doing it purposely because it challenges all of us.
That's good. Yeah,
with
you want to
step
challenge
up.
yourself for
Yeah.
sure.
Especially me. I don't consider myself the greatest drummer out there, even more than a passable drummer. That song.
And you'll have a big band, so you can tackle some of those
We
things
can
like
do the
that.
parts.
Yeah, because some of those songs you can't do because you don't have a 3 or 4 piece band.
Well, we don't have keyboards,
but-
for example, but
yeah,
with two
but
rhythm
you can
players.
do with guitar you can get a lot of keys sounds with that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Yeah, there was-
I play a lot of keyboard parts with my guitar.
Yeah, there was sometimes at the beginning with this group where we were like, how can we do this cover song because we don't have a keyboard player?
Yeah.
I'm at a Lucid Illusions show, and Jordan all of a sudden is firing up Elton John, and he's doing it on guitar. So I'm
Yeah,
just,
you
so-
could definitely
So
do
I
it.
just video it to here, Rishi. This is how you do keyboard on guitar.
Right.
It's just
Yeah.
that simple.
I enjoy it. It's a challenge and it's making it sound full and that
Sure.
I enjoy
sure.
actually getting those compositions
Yep.
together.
A lot of fun.
composition together. Yeah.
A lot of fun. It's a little different, and
And I think it sounds cool on guitar when you transpose from keyboard.
Yep.
It gives it's a new thing.
Well, you got to think about it.
Yeah.
It's not just the keys and everything. You're looking at a fretboard. Go, okay, well, how am I going to
Yeah.
make this work and make it sound right?
Yeah,
So
it usually does.
Yeah.
If you just go for it.
See, that's for them. For me, I just got to get the boom, the chicken, the pals done.
That's right.
correctly.
Those are important though. Yeah.
And what about your social media sites? Y'all,
Y'all got Facebook.
Yeah, we're on Facebook. We do have an Instagram. They're not really. We're not really chasing those down. We're adding a little bit here and there, and we will be adding some stuff to YouTube. And
Y'all gonna make some music videos?
We do have that as a goal to play a live.
I know y'all
recording.
work with Kareem Shop and stuff. So.
We haven't done any music videos with him yet, so right
Yeah.
now I'm videoing all of our live shows, and I will take the lead on a lot of videos. We're going to see Kareem at some point because Kareem's just the guy.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
No question.
They do good stuff there.
And sometime early next year we'll get a website going as well.
Cool.
Yeah, well, we got a few things that are in the pot.
But we want to get the album done first, so we have something to back everything up. That's
Yeah.
the main goal. So the album's number one.
Okay. Well, cool.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, time flies, so y'all be seeing that soon, I guess.
pretty soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep.
Well, any drop on where y'all playing next? Any shows lined up yet?
Well, the thing is, though, is that our lead guitarist on there, he has his work requires 3 months of solitude in his house, taking a shower a week, because
Wow.
because that's what it does. But after that, he's free and available. So we're actually probably not going to be playing anywhere, probably until mid-January or so.
Okay.
Yeah, but we already have them lined up. They call us constantly.
Yeah.
And say, hey, can you play? And I'm like, sorry. I mean, I really can't. So I hate to turn anybody down on there, but as soon as we get him back on the lineup, come mid-January.
Well, that's good.
Then
People
we'll
will be excited to see y'all.
Two
I
live
think so.
shows and the calls are coming.
Yeah.
And we haven't even gone after anything.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's the fun.
And you're doing something right then.
Like to
We
think
hope
are.
so.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah.
usually what it equates to.
Yeah.
Well, tell us right now, where can they find you?
Okay, we're on Facebook. Facebook Internal Fire, Instagram Official Internal Fire, and let's see here. Like I said, YouTube is supposed to be coming out soon. I haven't released them. We're still plugging in videos, and as soon as that happens on there, we'll release that. But everything along with the website will be posted on there. But initially, they can find us on Facebook and Instagram right now.
Okay.
Or official internalfire@gmail.com.
Okay.
Cool.
And we'll push y'all, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thanks for joining us today, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Well,
it.
You bet. Y'all take care.
All right.
All right. Yeah, we're wrapping up our part of the Halloween
307.
celebration over here at 307's compound
There you go.
and in Texas, and it's me and Rob's wife Spring, who basically is our
Executive
producer,
producer.
the executive producer.
That's right.
She gets it done.
Hello.
Hey, are you having a good time out there?
Yes, it's warm,
Did
but
do you-
no, it's fun.
do
A lot
you-
of fun.
Do you wish the temperatures that'll be here in about 3 or 4 days are here now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's coming.
Yeah, we do have some.
And y'all gonna be all cramped,
Yeah, I'm cold.
griping in cold.
I'm
and
cold.
I need a sweater.
Yeah, that's right. Give me a
Not
hoodie.
me. No.
Give me a hoodie. But yeah, we've had a good time tonight, man. And even though we did out last night,
We did BFE and Acadia.
that's
Yeah.
right.
If you haven't been to those places, get out there.
That's right.
Get some.
And
Good people, good music.
very much so. And we're having a good time tonight and wearing down. I cooked all afternoon and
Mm-hmm.
I'm about worn down. And thank God for my wife keeping me sane, or maybe that she's still sane, dealing with me. But yeah, we've had a good time, man.
Yeah, it's a pretty good turnout. A lot of people out. Food, drinks,
A
music.
lot of food.
Big
Yeah.
stage is all colorful and lightly lit and spider webs and all that good stuff going on.
Yeah, and I'm very
Skeletons.
and I'm very happy that that we could hide away in this little room they had
Yeah,
here.
it's just very cool.
Yeah. Plus the air conditioner's good. We just keep telling them all night that we're still podcasting. We'll just take naps in there.
It was cool when it started out here, when they started the music. The moon was up, right over the tree line. It was just perfect.
It's beautiful out here, man.
Yeah.
It really is nice. It makes me
Makes
said,
you want
I-
some property, huh?
yeah, I just had built my house and I walked out here and I hung my head in shame. I laid the golden fiddle at their feet.
Between them and us, you need to catch up, man.
I know, man.
You need some acreage.
Land, lots of land, lots of beautiful land. Don't fence me in.
Yeah, don't fence me in. You got to fence a little bit.
Oh yeah.
You got to
have
keep the
fences.
goats in.
Yeah.
keep donkeys and horses in.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes,
Donkey.
speckles.
All right.
Well,
Any-
Doug, it was fun, man. I'm glad you talked me into bringing all this out here tonight and doing this. You know, we always have fun doing this, so it's always a pleasure.
Thank you for pushing it tonight. And
Thanks for all your help, Spring.
Spring.
You're welcome.
What a big help will be when she's dragging you back to the vehicle later on. You know, your
Yeah.
heels getting dirt marks.
She's a beast, man. She's loaded up, you know, most of the stuff for me
And cooked.
and cooked.
That's right. You
Yes, she
cooked
did.
too.
Yeah.
She
You
did.
go, girl.
She packed a bunch of beer for everyone.
I have to say, everybody contributed like a
Yes.
beast. They did a good job.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of food out there, and the hostess, Jen, she's the baking
Jennifer,
champion.
yep.
God, she can bake, man. But yeah, this is the Nonsense Chronicles.
Well, we didn't have Jennifer in, but we should have.
No, we should have.
No,
had
I know. We did the husband.
Yeah.
She was out there working. She was working the crowd.
Yeah.
You can't have. I thought that. Yeah. So you really can't have both at the same time because, you know, one's in and one's
Gotta
keeping.
have one on guard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's a full-time job. I can tell you from crawfish boil that it's a.
And she's got a lot of youngsters out here tonight. She has
Yes.
to keep an eye on.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's a risk.
A
That's
lot
a
of Jello shots. You got to
responsibility.
keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not you, kid, not you.
Yeah.
But it's a good time,
So good. Well, good show, man.
good show, and
We'll put this out when, Doug?
this will be out on Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Is that Halloween? No, that's the first, I believe.
I believe it's the first. Yeah.
That's right. It'll be out on November 1st. So everybody, please like and subscribe, and visit our Facebook and Instagram pages. We just started an Instagram page, and we also have a YouTube page now. We're putting up. In fact, I'll have a couple shots from here tonight.
What
up
is
on
the YouTube?
Let's see it. Nonsense Chronicles podcast.
The Nonsense Chronicles.
The Nonsense Chronicles podcast.
Okay, podcast. Cool.
Yep. Thank you very much, everybody.
See you.